Hi, and welcome back to the Healthy Voyager. I'm Carolyn Scott Hamilton, and this time you're joining me in the Seychelles.
The Seychelles is an archipelago of 115 islands in the Indian Ocean, off East Africa. It's home to numerous beaches, coral reefs, and nature reserves, as well as rare animals such as giant Aldabra tortoises. Mahe, a hub for visiting the other islands, is home to capital Victoria. It is also the home of Creole culture, cuisine, and festivities, as well as rainforests, mountains, and majestic views. So where do you stay in Mahe? At Hilltop Boutique Hotel, woman and Seychellois family owned and run. This lovely hotel is steps away from one of the most famous restaurants in town, as well as from the center of the capital city.
Welcome to Hilltop Boutique Hotel.
Hilltop feels like home, with service that feels like mom is taking wonderful care of you. From comfy and spacious rooms with beautiful views, to delicious homemade breakfasts. It is a wonderful home base during your stay on Mahe. If you're looking for a little R&R, pop over to the Beau Vallon side of the island and spend time at the Savoy Spa. An oasis for ultimate pampering that can be followed up by a tasty seaside meal, it's a great way to experience the other side of the island. Back in the city of Victoria, it was time to do some exploring around town.
So I'm here in downtown Victoria at the famed Victoria Market. If you want fresh produce, flowers, and goods, this is where you go.
The Victoria Market is not only a great place for locals, but also visitors, as it's the hub for all things Seychellois, produce to souvenirs, and everything in between. And if you're looking for a little folklore, be sure to pay the Giant's Tomb a visit. It was time for a snack, so I popped over to Eden Island.
So I happened to stumble upon Chatterbox, which is a nice little cafe that also serves pizzas and sandwiches and baked goods, and they got plenty of vegan options. So this is a perfect place to stop and refresh.
My friend and I loved the refreshing options at Chatterbox, as it was the perfect spot for a pick-me-up before hitting up the Creole Festival. The Creole Festival happens every year in the Seychelles toward the end of October, and it's a fantastic way to get a first-hand look at the history and culture of the Seychelles. And if you get hungry during the festival, Coco Bleu has great food and seating, so you can relax and have a drink while enjoying the festivities. I loved being in the Seychelles for the festival, as there was even more to do and see. Each side of the island has a different feel and things to offer, so I was excited to dine and visit Rock Pool.
Well, I'm in this lovely locale called the Rock Pool Bar and Grill. It's located just north of Beau Vallon Beach, which is one of the most famous beaches here on Mahe Island, and it's attached to a really beautiful boutique hotel. So if you want to spend a day at the beach or just want to come grab a drink or get a delicious meal, this is a fabulous place. And I looked at the menu and they've got automatically vegan items on the menu, so you don't have to manipulate what you're looking for. They told me right off the bat they love vegans, so no matter your special diet needs, they've got you covered here at the Rock Pool Bar and Grill.
While the food is delicious, I wanted to make sure I spent time on their deck and meandered down to the rock pool, as the setting is breathtaking and I wanted to soak as much of it in as I could before heading out. After a day of festivals and dining, it was time to get an eco tour. I was so excited to learn about the history as well as the landscape of Mahe, and I was delighted to be able to tour the island with a guide who was not only knowledgeable himself, but also introduced me to some people doing incredible things. I had the most wonderful time with James of Heritage and Cultural Tours of Seychelles, who, by the way, also guides survival and adventure tours. And our first stop was on the beach to meet with Jerry, a man who makes organic coconut alcohol with nothing but coconuts, a water jug, and the palm trees on the beach. Jerry explained his process of making coconut toddy. First, the sap is extracted and collected from the cut flower of the palm tree. A container is fastened to the flower stump to collect the sap.
Completely natural, no additives. All right, down the hatch. Oh my God, that's incredible. Oh my God, it's so good.
Palm sap begins fermenting almost immediately after collection, usually due to residual yeasts left in the collection vessels. Within 2 hours of fermentation beginning, you've got an aromatic wine, upwards of 4% alcohol content, mildly intoxicating and sweet. Our next stop was to visit the local medicine garden and famed local medicine man.
I'm here in the South District of Mahe Island, and I'm at a private home, but it's the private home of Ferdinand Vidot, and he is the medicine man of the Seychelles. He is 96 years old and has been doing this all his life, and this is his land, and everything that's on the property is for medicinal purposes. So he grows vegetables and things like that. He's got avocado trees and papaya trees, but all of the plants that are on his land, both cultivated and natural and wild, are used for medicinal purposes, and people come from all over the world to see him. He's 96 and he's gone quite ill, but I did get a chance to meet him, and I want you to meet him too.
Ferdinand is not only famous in the Seychelles, but the world over for his work and discoveries in the world of medicinal plants and natural healing techniques. I was so honored to get to meet him and check out his farm essay. Talk about living off the land and healing in a holistic way. After meeting with Ferdinand, we headed over to the Heritage Museum and Craft Village. Once a plantation, it has since been converted to a living museum for visitors to learn about the history of the island nation, as well as experience handicrafts being made by local artists. And of course, we had to stop by some more iconic beaches and take in their beautiful sea views, rounding out a lovely day on Mahe.
Well, I'm back here at Eden Island, and this time I'm dining at Bravo, which is kind of an international restaurant here with beautiful views of the mountains as well as the marina, and I think they do some pretty great vegan stuff, so let's go check it out.
Bravo is chic and trendy, with many options for special diet diners. Plus, you get to sit by the marina and on most nights enjoy live entertainment. It was time to finally get in the water, so I got up bright and early and boarded a boat to head out on a marine park excursion. No trip to the Seychelles is complete without getting in the gorgeous waters and seeing the sea life firsthand.
Oh my God, they're so cute! Right, so here is the marine park that's right off the coast of Mahe Island, and it's an absolutely stunning day to snorkel. We've seen a million fish already on the way here, and I'm about to get in with these guys. All right, let's go.
Be you a diver or just a snorkeler, the waters of the Seychelles are so inviting and teeming with life that you'll want to spend all day exploring. What's more is that you don't have to spend all day on a speedboat to get to the reefs, as they are super close and the action is all right there waiting for you. I loved our captain as he was so passionate about reef and ocean conservation. But he was also a fantastic cook. With Mason's travel services, lunch is included in your all-day excursion, and can I just say, it was one of my favorite meals of the trip. After a long day in the sun, it was time to dine at one of Victoria's most famous restaurants, Marie Antoinette. Serving up classic Seychellois fare in a beautiful colonial estate, I had plenty to choose from and enjoy one last meal before island hopping. My Seychelles adventure isn't over yet. Stay tuned for part 2, where I visit Praslin and my favorite island, Digue. See you next time!